Sandra Rosdahl, Stacy Harrelson, Cheryl Bartlett,
Pat Raysdale.
And my name's Carolyn Harrelson, and today I'm going to be giving a speech on overfishing. Overfishing is a huge problem all over the world today. With the dwindling number of species, the entire food chain and the ecosystems are being affected and will continue to be infected if we don't make a change. Today's speech will be about the causes and threats, the impact, and what we can do about it. The first thing I want to talk about are the causes and threats of overfishing. One main problem is unmanaged fisheries. The article Overfishing from the World Wildlife Fund website states, current rules and regulations are not strong enough to limit fishing capacity to a sustainable level. This means fisheries are fishing at unsustainable levels and there are not laws strong enough to control this. There are many causes of illegal fishing. The use of nets is illegal when it catches too many fish. Nets also pose a risk of bycatch, which is catching unwanted species of fish, and they risk being killed or injured before they can be released back to the wild. And then I want to show this, which is a crab trap. And bycatch can be caught in here, and when you put bait in here trying to catch your crabs, sometimes small species of fish will be trying to eat your bait, and then when you pull it up, sometimes you won't be able to release them soon enough. So that's pretty much an example of bycatch, that they'll get killed or injured before you can release them back to the wild. That was my presentational aid. There are a few more examples of illegal fishing. Catching fish that are too small and not returning them back to the ocean to let them grow to the legal size of to be caught. Catching too many over the legal limit and not getting your fishing license are all examples of illegal fishing. Overfishing happens by lack of knowledge or by big companies to make more money. The second thing I want to talk about are the impacts of illegal fishing and overfishing. There are several environmental impacts. One environmental impact is largely affected food chains. Smaller species are diminished, and then the species that are higher up on the food chain lose their food, and this causes the whole ecosystem to become unbalanced. Another way the environment is affected is by the fish populations becoming depleted. Ecosystems are also affected by bycatch, which I already talked about earlier, but I'll go a little bit more in depth right now. The article Global Consequences of Overfishing from the Government of Canada website states, in addition to harvesting large amounts of fish and seafood to sell, large-scale fishing operations catch and often unintentionally kill untargeted marine life, including juvenile fish, coral, and other bottom-feeding organisms, sharks, whales, sea turtles, and birds. This just further reiterates how devastating overfishing can be to our ecosystems. The third and last thing I want to talk about is what can be done about overfishing. The article Overfishing, a Global Disaster from overfishing.org states, the effects of overfishing are still reversible, that is, if we act now and act strongly. One thing everyone can do is follow the rules and regulations when spending time outdoors in our own areas. Another thing is to stay informed and spread the word, especially in our coastal communities where a lot of fishing is taking place. Not every state has the same laws and regulations, so if you were to travel out of state, you should update yourself on the laws and regulations in that state. Governments can try to enforce more strict laws, but it must be done worldwide because this is not just a problem in our country. In conclusion, overfishing is a problem all over the world, but there's still time to reverse it. I've talked about the causes and threats, the impacts, and what can be done to fix this problem. This is a problem that not many people talk about or know about, but spreading the word and doing what we can will try to help put an end to overfishing.
Closing session.
Amanda Summit,
Cedar Rosedale.
Stacy Harrelson, Cheryl Bartlett.
Pat Ray Taylor.
Thank you.